making sense to anyone here? So in our home, to be honest with you, and please don't misunderstand me, I'm not bragging to anybody. I worked hard for the position, the seat that I am on today. It doesn't just happen. And people talk about, oh, you're lucky. No, you're not lucky. What is luck? It is where what opportunity meets preparation. If you're not, as I tell my kids, build your foundation. And don't worry about how things are going to work out. When the appointed hour comes, the universe will conspire in your favor. There's nothing man can do to stop it. And she says, Mom, can you believe this? And she called me, we talk about this boy thing, and she finally got it. I say, Angel, just stay focused on your study. Be the best student you can be. Be an exemplary. But she talks about how the students they drink, they do other things, and one of her girlfriends or something is doing what she has no business doing. And she said, Mom, you're going to be very proud of me, And she called the name of her girlfriend. She said, Mom, and I was telling her, you're giving yourself away. My mom told me there's nothing wrong with me just being the way I am and not getting anybody touching me until such a time, because Mom said, I'm preparing myself for the best person in the whole world. Tell me you're not going to be proud if your daughter called you to say that. You see what I'm saying? Now, here's my point. Sometimes you talk to them and you think they don't get it. If you live the life you want your children to be, you don't need to talk to them. They're going to get that message. Do you follow where I'm going with this? Again, it is also by the grace of God. But His grace will come to those who believe and walk the walk. Am I in the right house so far?
Oh, yeah.
Woo! I'm the nice girl. Because Milton said, Margaret, get him out of the box. Who is out already? Show your hands. Are you out of the box? The box doesn't mean any particular, see, it's figurative. It could be you're used to closed-mindedness about everything, and there are people, no matter what you say they will see negativism coming out of that corridor. It's a thinking process. Your living on purpose is a mentality. It's a way of thinking, it's a way of being. Your spirituality is a way of being, is a lifestyle. Am I making sense to anyone? It is a journey. I didn't just wake up one day and stand in front of you. And I'm not saying because I'm standing in front of you, I'm all that and a bag of cheese. It could be as well, but that's not the point. Thank you, somebody. I just love to see people laugh. You know when you laugh, you look younger till you feel younger. Something awesome happens. I just make people laugh. That's a gift. Don't you believe? Yes. So now I'm making money making people laugh. Okay, so let me give you a couple pointers and I'll be gone. I don't want to beat it to the ground where you now say, okay, what is this? Here, to live on purpose and to live with intention, one, you have to be true to self. A lot of people are not true to self. See, they live expecting their validation to come from others. And if the validation doesn't come, they cease being themselves. But the first thing here is, if you validate yourself from whence you come, meaning from within, you won't ask for validation, it will come naturally. Am I making sense? Because for me, initially, I started looking for validation. They're like, eh! I said, okay, Margaret, go back and do your homework. If you live authentically, because the first law of nature is self-preservation. If you're not preserved holistically, meaning spiritually, physically, emotionally, the whole 9 yards, you can offer anything to anybody meaningfully. Am I making sense? The people disease thing that I talked about earlier, I was so consumed because I always have this thing. I can do so many things at the same time. And people say, why are you all over the place? And I came back into the box. Anybody? People wanted to tell you what, and I tried living in the box, trying to find that purpose and my intention and my being. I almost went cuckoo. And can anybody relate to that? None of you here, somebody told you shouldn't do that, you should be doing this? Yes. But who knows you best? You and your God. You know what I mean? Only you knows you best. Nobody knows you. But I am my best when I'm out of the box, y'all. I can do so many things. I can write 5 books at the same time and do it very well as well. Does it mean the person who is just singularly minded is not a good person? No. But they know themselves and I know who I am. So I'm not going to be because you expect me to be, except if what I am happens to match with your expectations of me. I want the same, I'm beginning to bring that alignment straight right here. Purposeful living is a sense of alignment. Everything you do and everything you say has to be in an alignment with yourself. If one shifts, then you're out of balance. Does that make any sense? I'm telling you this because I've walked and I've walked. Every day I do things that like 20 people individually will be trying to do, because I don't try to do, I do. Because people who try never get it done. Do you know that? You know, when you hear people say, well, I'm going to try, there's no commitment in trial. There are people who are not living authentically. I never try to do anything. If you hear me say I'm going to try, then you know I didn't commit to you. So the next time you invite your girlfriend out to lunch and she says, well, I don't know, I think I'm busy, I'm going to try. Now hold them to it. You hear where I'm going with this? The people's disease thing, when I went to that bookstore, and you know how God will speak to you? Because a lot of people are not present in their own lives. They are what I call the walking dead. They know how to put on clothes, put on the lipstick or the pants. See you later. Zing, zing. Lunchtime. Dinner time. That's not who you are. It is in doing the impossible and going where nobody says you shouldn't go that can be the thing that can expose your purpose. Doing the little mundane things is not going to do it, because there is no challenge in it. Nobody told you it couldn't be done. If you don't want me to just conquer the world in 7 days, don't you tell Margaret you can't do it. When you said that, you just blessed me. Most books are written because people challenged me about something, and they're just giving me a blessing. How many of you here have been challenged in the wrong way, that you went to take a drink or something, hoping you feel better? That's not how you feel better. Because for me, the best revenge in life is living well and success. Anything else is nonsense. Do I have another sister with me? Woo, thank you. That's 21 of you guys. Now, authenticity is important. With the bookstore story, I'm going to complete it here. And instantly, a book opened up. There's a book in front in that bookstore. The minute I picked it up and I opened it, who was the author of that book? I don't remember it, but you know, certain sentences you read one time and then you never forget it. To just, you know, because God will give you your whatever it is that you need. Because see, my father always told us that when you get invited to a situation like we all here, the essence of being here is not so you can get a whole lot of food in your system. It could be just getting one new word that can help you bridge the gap where you are right now. There is no one that is never at a crossroad. At every given point, you are at a crossroad at something in your life. If you're not, then you're not living. That doesn't mean you're not having a great life. And in the book, I'm sweating. Is that a menopausal thing? Or it's hot? Okay, because I know I'm young, I'm 21. But and it says, to be independent of public opinion is the very first condition to achieving anything great. Oh my God. Can I say that again? For those of you that want to please people, before pleasing yourself, I'm not advocating that you should be selfish. That's not what I'm talking about here. But other people want to tell you what you should and could have done when you know who you are. And then when you go to bed, you can't even sleep because that's not what you want to do. And it says, to be independent of public opinion is the very first condition to achieving anything great. Oh my God. And that was a very crucial time in my life. Because everybody was trying to tell me to go to that direction, go to that direction. And when I saw it, I said, thank you, Jesus. I got my answer. And I take to the rest of you, to hell with you all. I'm going to be me and make no excuses for it. Today, remember, most normal people never achieve. You know that? If you want to be successful, if you want to be somebody of distinction, you have to have a little bit of, you know what in you. Most normal people never achieve. They're busy being normal. Hey, hey.